Hi Fems, I am Violette de Ayala. I'm the founder and CEO of FemCity, and you're joining me today for FemCity TV. Today's topic is how to embrace a wellness mindset. It is a great topic, and it comes to me from one of our Fems who suggested and wanted to hear about how I went ahead and embraced a wellness mindset and the changes that happened in my life and how it can help change your life as well. So I wanted to share a little bit of background on myself. I was not always someone who was filled with a wellness mindset. I was actually a very chubby little girl. I really suffered from weight problems from probably the time I was in 3rd grade up until about 8th grade. And I mean, I really had some issues with eating and the connection to wellness and really had no idea what that even meant. I grew up eating Cuban food every day. I grew up with the culture of having to eat everything off your plate. And so I really didn't even understand how to start making the changes and how that would change my life and make such a difference as an adult. So I totally get those that were in that same boat, that were chubby as a child, or perhaps they're chubby now and not feeling the greatest and not really knowing how to even get started. I'm hoping that these tips that I share with you today are going to help you to get started. I started losing weight when I was in 8th or 9th grade because the bullying had gotten so much. Really, I was being called beach whale. I was being called a lot of really horrible names. And so I really then started to stop eating. I just stopped eating and I started really increasing my workouts. So I was that middle schooler, high schooler that would work out 3 hours a day, 4 hours. I'd go for a run, I'd do a step aerobics, and then I'd go back and do another run. I would go days without eating, or maybe I'd have a grapefruit. So I did lose a lot of weight. I got to be really, really thin, but of course, an eating disorder occurred from that. It's not healthy to work out 3 or 4 hours a day and then not eat anything for days. So I went to the other extreme as well. And I think a lot of kids in middle school and high school, and perhaps adults, do the same, right? You go from one contrast to the other, not really knowing the information or the balance in between. As an adult, I went ahead and studied personal training. I got certified in personal training. I also then got certified in Pilates. I owned a Pilates studio for about 10 years. And that really helped me to shift and embrace and really fall in love with a wellness mindset. I was able to then help other women do the same. So I'm going to share with you 3 of my favorite tips, the ones that helped me to shift into a wellness mindset. And I know they're going to do the same for you if this is what you're looking for in your life. The first one is lifestyle. So you might hear that often, like, oh, it's not about the diet, but it's about the lifestyle. And you're probably like, what does that even mean? And I was like that too. I didn't know what that meant either. Really, lifestyle is all about believing that it's going to be a positive change in your life, that really having a wellness mindset is going to help you live life better, have more clarity as well. And it's really not a horrible thing. It's a good thing to go ahead and have a wellness mindset. It's a really great start in the shift. So it's all about the mind. So if you're thinking, oh, I have to go ahead and give up all this stuff. Oh, I have to go ahead and do all these things. Oh, it's going to be so horrible. That's really not going to help you in this shift. Really embrace and look at the positive side of creating a lifestyle. So it's not just a 6-week crash. It's not just starving yourself like I did. It's not just eating protein bars all day. It's really recognizing that you need to go ahead and change your lifestyle so that it's actually filled with wellness. So that's the first tip. The second tip is when you think about your fitness routine, generally women feel that they have to sign on to do a marathon, or they have to be a triathlete, or they have to do something like really like big hours and a lot of commitment. But the reality is you just need to make some changes, some small changes to get you started. Perhaps you take the stairs instead of the elevator. Maybe you go ahead and walk to lunch instead of taking your car. Start with just the little steps to get you there. Eventually, you'll go ahead and sign up for bigger things. Perhaps you like dancing. Well, then you'd go ahead and sign up maybe for a Zumba class, or you like small movements, maybe Tai Chi or maybe gentle yoga. Sign up and do things that you love to do. I love walking outside. I love walking down the beach. I love walking to the park. I know women that have lost so much weight and really have connected with wellness just from walking outside. So take those moments as well to go ahead and really think about what brings you joy and incorporate more of that every day. How much can you move your body? How much can you go ahead and do in a classroom or on the tennis court, or just walking outside? It's as simple as that. The third tip is to really fall in love with your body and to really feel that it is your temple. It is your gift. It is the only gift that you've gotten from the universe and from God, and you should really honor and respect that. So when you put in really bad food, you put in processed foods, you put in things that are not really going to elevate you or make you feel good, it really damages you. So make the conscious efforts to go ahead and put in the best ingredients, whether it's all greens or it's like berries or nuts or whatever it is. Really make sure that you're conscious about it and you're purposeful in what you eat. Removing the processed food, removing the white flour, the white sugar, that doesn't do anything healthy for your body. If you're listening to me and saying, ew, that's like so gross, I promise you there are great recipes out there that are really easy to create. And again, you're gonna have to shift into that wellness mindset. You're going to start really falling in love with the way that you're feeling once you start shifting into healthier options with what you're putting into your body. And it's going to make you feel really great. You might even be saying to yourself, well, I can't afford that, Violet. I can't afford, to eat healthy. I have to eat all this, I have to eat this way because financially I can't afford that. If you go ahead and prepare, if you walk around the perimeter of the grocery store, if you make your own food, you can really do a great job financially with a budget and still really putting in the best ingredients in your body. I spend $150 a week on my groceries. I do a lot at Costco. It's organic food. It's healthy for our family. And we were a family of 5 before they all got bigger. So I had that budget for many, many years. Sometimes I could even do it at $75 when things were really tight. So $75, you can do a lot with just buying and preparing and being conscious of what you're putting into your body. So you might even be saying to yourself, why even bother doing this? I feel pretty okay. I'm only sick a couple times a year. I don't really need to have a mindset of wellness. But I will tell you that I perform my best at work and in my personal life when I'm really conscious about what I'm putting into my body. I perform really great when I'm taking the time every day to walk outside, to take a stroll, to move my body as it was intended to do. I generate more revenue. I'm a happier person. I'm a happier person to work with when I take care of myself, when I respect myself and the items I'm putting in with the food and the exercise. It really does create a beautiful life. And I hope that it does for you as well. For more tips like this, visit us at FemCity.com. Catch us also on Instagram. And I hope you have a great week. Catch you next week right here.